Hi, I'm the Scrum, and you're here for one reason. This is part 2 of the final stretch of the original 2.0 A Realm Reborn story. Now this dungeon has had a facelift and takes about half the time that it used to, so strap in because this is a big one. Time to learn about the Praetorium. Simplified. Pull and kill the opening 4 mobs. After the mobs have died, interact with the Magitech terminal to go to the next area. When you zone into the next area, pull and kill the next pack. When everything dies, part of the wall will be blown open so you can head out into the open area and pull the next 2 packs. Mitigate and kill everything while avoiding the AoEs. Part of the adjacent wall will be blown open, which allows you to interact with the Magitech terminal to head to the first boss, where an unskippable cutscene will play. First boss time. First up is a room-wide AoE, then the boss will move to the center of the arena and place 4 circular AoEs beneath him, and then 4 on the outside, so there are 4 distinct safe zones. You have plenty of time to move into one of these safe zones. After this, the boss will go back to the center of the arena and put small AoEs on all players. These are unavoidable, so just spread out to prevent overlapping them. This boss will repeat these mechanics with a few conal AoEs until it's dead. After the boss is defeated, interact with the Magitech terminal to proceed to the next area. Ahead of you when you zone in, you will see a familiar Magitech armor. Interact with the armor and you will board the weapon. Your hotbar will change, and now you only have 2 buttons, Magitech Cannon and Photon Stream. We are primarily going to be only using Magitech Cannon. Each enemy while you're aboard the armor will take considerably less time to die. If they're any sort of large Magitech or robot, they will take 3 cannons, everything else will take 2. There are 3 groups of mobs in this small section to take care of. If you're in a group, it should be no problem. After the last mob has been defeated, the door will open up so you can proceed to the next area. As you start to progress, you'll have arms pop out along these small bridges and attempt to stop you. Use the cannons to defeat them. Don't stand too close or else you'll also be knocked back. After each of the first 2 sets of arms, you'll have a small group of enemies to take care of. Cannon them down. After the 3rd and 4th arms, you'll have a blast door to destroy. It takes several more cannon shots, but if you're in a group, again, shouldn't be too much of a problem. When you regain control of your character after the cutscene, you will run along a short corridor until you get to the next boss room where another cutscene will play. Second boss time. The outside of the arena will become electrified, that is followed by a tank buster. After this, a player will be targeted with a stack marker. Best to take this in melee range so everyone can keep hitting the boss. This is followed by a conal AoE and then a random player being tethered to a death claw. If the claw reaches the player, it will push them back into the electric field. It doesn't have a great deal of health and will go down after a few quick hits. As this is going on, the boss will move to one side of the arena and cast a large conal AoE towards the rest of the arena. Don't worry, there's plenty of time to get to the safe zones. These are where mechanics will start repeating with a few inclusions of a knockback from the boss after the next tank buster and a small AoE beneath the boss after the next stack marker. After you defeat the boss, a cutscene will play. After that cutscene ends, head into the next room and interact with the Magitech terminal in the corner. Another long cutscene will play, and then it's final boss time. We begin with the room wide, then he'll move to the middle of the arena and turn to one player and create 3 large X's. These will eventually shoot forward in a thick straight line AoE. Move to the side or behind the X's to dodge this. He will then spawn cloned versions of himself at one end of the arena with the same X's to give a straight line AoE. Just stand between the X's and you'll be fine. After that, we have a tank buster, then a stack marker, followed by circular AoEs which will explode periodically in a straight line across the floor. 2 on one end and 1 on the other. The easiest way to dodge this is to stand in the middle of the 2 on one end, then as they explode, move into that explosion. You have dodged the mechanic. This is followed by more clones, another stack marker, another tank buster, and another circular AoE explosion fest, but afterwards this is accompanied with AoEs around every player. There's plenty of room to try and spread out without being hit. By this point, you should have him down enough where he will spawn 4 clones in each corner of the arena and the boss will begin to charge up his ultimate attack, which is indicated by this new meter. If this reaches 100, you will wipe. Just quickly kill the 4 clones as fast as you can to prevent this from happening. Various mechanics like the straight line AoE X's and the circle explosion fest will happen during this time. Just avoid them as best you can. When you have killed all 4 clones, the boss will perform his ultimate and return to the arena. It shouldn't be too much longer before you can use the limit break, DPS down, and finally defeat him. Congratulations, you have beaten the Praetorium. My name is the Scrub. Thank you for watching.